What if I told you that I make about $3,000 per day on average using two apps that you probably already have on your phone that are free to use? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it and how you can do it starting immediately. And you could even have your first customer within 24 hours. So there are no guarantees of what's going to happen next. It all has to do with what you do with this information. My name is Arlan. 10 years ago, I was homeless, sleeping on the floor of an airport. Today, I've invested in more than 200 companies. I make millions of dollars a year for myself and other people. And I teach more than 2,000 students every single day how to make more money online. So I want to teach that to you too. Okay, so what I do is I use these two apps. And it's something that I discovered really. Like one of them is more in plain sight, and the other one is definitely a hidden gem. And in fact, I did this yesterday, and I brought on almost 100 new leads yesterday alone with this combination. And those leads, some of them paid for stuff, like made money for me right out the gate. Some of them will probably 75% of my sales will actually come from the nurture sequence that I do after, meaning the emails that I send and the things that I do with that list, with that lead list. So I'm going to tell you how I got the leads and how you can too. One part of it is Instagram. So on Instagram, I've been on there for years and years and years, and I kind of mix and match it to my personal life and to business. Some people think you should really just make it all business or all personal. I think that's a good idea, but I'm so entrenched in it right now that I like to share some personal things and some business things. But what I do is I post these either reels that are video or pictures, and one they work kind of in different ways, but they're both really effective. And I will say in on the screen with words, you've probably seen me do this or seen other people do this. I'll say, comment below the word, and then I'll put a word like a code word, let's say dogs or playtime or whatever, in the comments, and I will send you XYZ. And that XYZ is usually some sort of a lead magnet, meaning some sort of free, valuable thing that relates to what I also sell. And they'll get it in their DMs automatically. I don't have to send it manually if I don't want to. And then they will be sent to a place where they can download that. And when they get sent to it, they actually also put their email address in. And I do this the simple way. There are a couple of ways to do it a little bit more complicated, but I want you to know how to do this like right out the gate. So this is how I do it. Now, that part of it is very cool. But I can tell you this, even if you can't afford the $100 a month that it would take to open up a Stan store and get the auto DM feature that Stan Store has, along with its other amazing features, you can do this for free. You could have people comment, especially if you have a smaller amount of people who follow you. It's a good problem to have either way. If you have a few people following you, it's easy to manage. If you have a lot of people following you, that means more leads. So either way, you could do this manually. And if you have a lot of people following you, more than 10,000, I just recommend going ahead and getting the Stan Store account, the pro version, so that you can have all these awesome features. But what you could do is the exact same thing, but instead of having an automated setup, which you'll eventually get as you invest more in yourself, you'll just do this manually. You'll look to see who commented. And if they have a private account, you'll just follow them and ask them to let you, follow them, and then you can talk to them. But that's not even the best part. That's not even where the riches are, right? The riches are in this secret. Let me know in the comments right now if you're excited to understand what this is, if this video is helping you already, and make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with anybody you think will find some benefit in it. I really love doing these videos with you, and it always helps get the video out to more people, the more people who subscribe and the more people who like and comment. Okay, So the big secret, the hidden secret, the reason you clicked on this thumbnail and title is that I open up my Instagram um, app and I will post. So I'll post that, leave a comment, or I might even just post anything that has to do with my company or what I work on in my industry. And anybody who likes it or comments on it, I will go and then write to them. So I'll open a DM with them. Okay. So either way, and I'll say with audio, this is the big, big, big play. With audio on Instagram DM, you send a 30 to 60-second message. Don't send a whole TED talk, but send a 30 to 60-second message and say, hey, thanks so much for liking my post or commenting on my post. I took a look at your channel and I look at, your profile and I like this one picture or, comment on it to show that you really did. And what are you up to? Like, what are you working on? Or, why was that post really exciting to you? Or if it's like, let's say your post was about bowling, like we have a new bowling school, which I'll put the link in the description if you want to learn how to bowl or better, get more points. Because I was taught how to get more points a couple of weeks ago, and I'm so excited about it. Anyway, let's say it's about bowling, and you show a picture, you show a video of you like going from really bad to really good in 2 frames, like I have, and it says, leave the word bowling to get if to learn how you can do this too. And somebody either leaves that word or they just like it, because you didn't say that. They just liked the post. You would open up the DM and you would say on audio, 30 to 60 seconds, hey, thanks so much for liking my post. I saw yours. I saw that you kind of you bowl every once in a while. That's pretty awesome. Hey, do you like to bowl? Like, how often do you bowl? Do you take the family with you? I'm just trying to find out because I have this new bowling academy and I just really wanted to find out what people are up to because I love it and I just wondered if other people did too. And then let them answer you. Not everyone's going to answer, but a lot of people will. Like the conversion rate is really high. And they're going to answer maybe on audio or they may text and they may be like, cool. Yeah, this is how I think about it. And then you can just start to talk. You could say, hey, do you want me to tell you about my academy? Because it's really cool. It's really like easy to follow. Really great price. We have like this awesome price for the first 100 people. Just want you to know about it. Are you up for that? And you just have a conversation. And you're doing a little bit of selling. You're being kind of transparent, but you're also just kind of getting to know them and know what their pain point is and know what they want. And that conversation leads to sales. It just does every day. So the leave a comment, get the freebie leads to leads, which are really valuable. Having emails on your list that you can talk to day after day, week after week. And eventually, after 5 or 7 or 15 messages, they may, take you up on it. And then you also have that direct, let me get my first client in 24 hours. So I would suggest to you that you do this for at least 24 people. So post something on Instagram related to what you're selling, or what, even if you're not selling something yet, related to your lane, just to warm people up if you want. See who likes it, and as soon as somebody likes it or comments, go to their page, send them a message, check out what they're doing, and start a conversation. And do this at least 24 times before you say that it didn't work. And if you don't have enough people to do that, post more. Like post more, do something where you have some sort of like a reason for people to like it or a reason for people to comment. Post 2 times if it didn't work the first. Like if only 7 people signed up or liked it. But most people watching this have an Instagram where you have like 10, 20, 30 people would like it. Now, if it's like your parent and you don't want to do that, you don't have to do it for everybody, but you could do it for the people who are engaging. And I do this all the time. I do this all the time. And you don't have to be somebody who's well known for it to work. Now, I told you there were two things that I do. And this is really like I said this a few weeks ago, and I really want to bring this home for anybody who is watching still. which is probably like 40% of the people who are looking at this. Um, this channel is not Netflix. This channel is not to sit and watch and observe forever and ever and ever and be entertained. This channel is for the doers. This channel is for the people who want a different bank account amount. You want to see change happen. And right before I tell you the second really amazing way to get more leads and get more customers, I'm going to demonstrate it right now. I have a premium sprint that I'm doing. I started it on September 22nd, 2025. It's going till the end of the year so we can close out the year big. Every single day I go in and we have daily accountability posts. So I post personally. I don't use AI or anything. I just post and type words and I say, this is what we're doing today. These are the exact instructions of what we're doing. And this is how you get closer and closer to making your goal for the 3 months. Some people's goal is to make $1,000 extra, some people 5,000, some people 10,000. We even have some people who want to make 20,000 more or more, and they haven't made that this year yet. So people are going for it. It's why it's called a sprint. So every day I do that. And then 2 or 3 times per week, we get on live calls. And we've already had 5 live calls in 10 or so days or 11 days. And then I'm having another call today. So it's like, it's constant. And those are clarity calls where any question that you have, you ask me directly and I answer it right for you. It's almost like having a one-on-one with me, but it's just a small group. And then on top of that, I have my systems that I have not shared elsewhere. I have my systems that are in the classroom that include templates and copy and paste and include new training that I've never shared elsewhere. So this group is getting that sneak peek of that right now. They're getting all of that first before I launch it more widely in 2026. And the price most likely will go up in 2026 because it'll be proven out by then. So only 11 days in or so, people are already saying, our sprinters are already saying their entire companies have changed. Their businesses have changed for the better. They're on their way to making money. And we're going to spend like the first 3, 4 weeks. We're in at the end of week 2 right now. We'll spend the first 3 or 4 weeks setting everything up and then 10 weeks selling, going in and together every single day, working together. You don't have to spend a ton of time in it, but you get me every day, which you don't get in any other program that I have. Now, obviously, I'm in my memberships daily because I love my memberships, but I'm not teaching at this level or hand holding the way I am right now. So if you're already in Arlan's All Access or Your First 5K or Inner Circle or Mastermind, if you're already in those programs, you're one of the 2,500 or so in those programs. This is absolutely for you. This is absolutely new stuff. It's also taught in a way that you're not used to with me. And it is meant to get the most value and the most results the fastest. It's a sprint. I have a very high incentive to have a high success rate in this because once we do this, the first 3 months, first 100 days, I'm going to package it as my core offer. So you better believe you'll see it. You'll see it more expensive than it is today. Right now it's $997 and there are payment plans. So you have 2 ways to get to pay or 3 ways. You can pay directly the full amount via school. You can pay through PayPal's Pay Later program, which gives you anywhere from 4 to 18 months to pay, or you can pay through Square's program, which gives you other options. And I get paid up front, so I don't see what you do. I don't know if you use that or you just went direct. I just see your payment and you're part of the program. So that's between you and the third party. So you have all of that. If you go to the link in this description, you have all of that access. You'll go to the page, it'll show you those payment options, and you can just get started today. Now, every single day, people are joining. And I had another program where I had a cap, the same kind of cap I have on this one, because we have a cap on how many people can join. And I kept telling people the cap is getting closer and closer and closer. And then once we hit the cap, I had like 10 people reach out to me all at once. Hey, can I join? And I'm like, no, I've been telling you for weeks and months that this is capped. So I don't want that to happen to you on this particular program. You're getting the most value for the least amount of money right now. Okay, so the second thing is YouTube. So the reason I said I was going to demonstrate is because I did spend quite a bit of time, but you don't have to spend this much time talking about your offer. But you can actually get paid on YouTube by sharing your offer. You can get AdSense money, so YouTube pays you to post, which is really great. I get paid, five, six, seven, $8,000 a month just to post, and that's not even me going all in. But I make a lot more money by just promoting my offers. Like for instance, this video, and I want you to learn from this, right? This video where I've talked about I've given you value because like, if you take what I say and you do it, it could work for you, right? I can't guarantee, but most people who do what I say are going to come back to me and say, "Oh, that worked. Wow." So it's value for free. And then for some people, not everybody who watches this, let's say 2,000 people watch it over the next few days, and maybe let's say 800 saw me talk about the sprint, and of that, let's say 160 of them of you can afford that, or I guess not afford it, but like you'll make a way. I think a lot of people can't afford things, but you pay for what you want. So let's say 160 people are like viable of those viewers, and then there's going to be some who just join right now. Like you might be the one. You're like, yep, I joined. If you do, by the way, leave a comment. Yep, you're right. I joined. The time is now. I've heard you talk about it a couple of times. I don't know what I'm waiting on. The time is now. I do want to make more money by the end of the year, and I'm willing to invest that. So what you could do on YouTube is you could post a video, even if it gets seen by 5 people. One of those 5 people could be your customer, your next customer. If you if you give value first, make sure that your thumbnail, meaning that picture that shows that you clicked on right now, make sure your thumbnail has clear copy, just 3 or 4 words at the most, very large and clear, and a picture of you. And if you're holding an object or if you're making some sort of emotion, that's even better. But really, it just needs to be clear words that make sense. Optimize that title. You can look up my name, by the way, Arlan Hamilton, and the word YouTube on YouTube, and I teach you how to I teach you how to do this on YouTube. But you can do that. I'll also put a link in the description for my YouTube course that's on sale right now at the time of this taping. Um, and that's like a shortcut. It'll just tell you how to do all this. But you can do what I'm doing. So I have like at this point almost 600 videos and 450 or more, maybe 500 have been in the last year and a half. That's crazy, right? And so I just get online almost every day, 6, 7 times a week. I will post a video. I will think through in the morning, what value can I give? What was going to help somebody today? Because the way I think about it is like people ask me like, how do you know what to talk about? Because you're always on YouTube. I just wake up every day and I say, what would help me right now if I were in a different position? Or what helped me yesterday? What helped me yesterday? What do I do actually do? And there's so many things that I do, and obviously I can talk about them for a long time, but I just press record. I just press record. You're not going to be able to do that necessarily the first video, but you won't get there unless you start filming. Start getting practice. So your first video may not be perfect, but just keep practicing. And then also, you don't even have to show your face if you don't want to. When you're on video, you can start off by just sharing your screen. Go on Zoom, share your screen, make your video, like take your video off like this. I'm going to just press it off. So yeah, keep the audio on. And then, um, and then like share your screen. There's a share screen button that's green. It has an arrow pointing up at the bottom if you're on desktop. Share your screen, share something that's like a PDF that you have that you just walk people through, or some sort of presentation that you walk people through. You can even take them to a website and just scroll the website and talk to them about it. Like truly, But as long as the content is valuable and helpful to somebody, if you have a dog grooming business and you don't want to be on video talking about it, you could open up the thing, open up the share screen, go to your website or go to someone else's website and just talk about dog grooming. Talk about something that you know about the way you all dog groom. What is something that you do? Do you use a certain shampoo? How long does it take? Does it take 30 minutes? Does it take an hour? There are people who don't know what to expect when they take their dog to a groomer. So you could make a video about what to expect when you take your dog to a groomer. You see what I'm saying? It's inexhaustible ideas. But what I do is I post on Instagram, I get those leads. I post on YouTube, and you don't have to post every day, but I would suggest for like 2 to 4 weeks, you try posting 2 to 4 times a week. Just really get your practice in faster than just waiting. And then after that month is up, you can decide, do I want to do this once a week? Do I want to do it twice a week? Do I want to do it even more? It's free to post. So you can experiment. You can see what people are liking and what they're not. And please, those first 10, 20 videos, most people are just not going to see them because YouTube is taking all of your transcript. It's using its own AI. It's taking your transcript, your thumbnail, it can even see your thumbnail, yes. It's taking your title. It's taking the way people interact with the information. It's seeing who clicks and saying, okay, let me see what other users are like this. And it's taking all that information. It's going to take days and weeks and even months sometimes to collect that information. And then, so it'll take a few days to start to get some understanding. It'll take a few weeks to get really sharp. And it'll take a few months to just calibrate as you go. And the only way it can do that is by you feeding it more. Type the word feed, FEED, in the comments right now, if that makes sense to you and if that's actually a light bulb moment for you. Feed. Because I think a lot of people think about YouTube as I post a video, it should either get seen by a lot of people or make me a lot of money the day that I post it. It's not true. Like this video, even though people are going to sign up for my sprint, they may not sign up immediately. Like let's say 1 or 2 people sign up immediately in the first 24 hours. What's going to happen is over the next 7 days tail of it, I'll get more people who cite this video as the reason why. So look at the date of this video right now and see if you're making that decision to join, like what triggered that in you, okay? And how long it took for it to happen. Then there'll be people weeks from now who are looking for it. Oh, is it still available? So yours is you post, you don't look for that immediate gratification. You're just setting it up. You're setting up your shop. You're setting up your thing, your studio. You know, you're setting it up. You're filming it. Another way to think about it is when you have your favorite TV show. Let's say it has 20 episodes, 16 episodes. They're not gonna like, put all 16 well, they will on Netflix. But let's just say regular TV. They're not going to put all 16 episodes up and it's just like, oh, everything is perfect then. I guess it's a bad example because Netflix is so good at doing that. But if not in non-binge, I'll come back to the binging in a second though. But essentially they're going to film no matter how they put it out, they're going to film it, they're going to write it, they're going to pre-production, they'll film it, they'll edit it, post-production, and then they'll start to see the fruits of their labor, and they have to wait for months before they can just show it to the world. So it's not like, oh, we filmed on, Tuesday and on Wednesday I'm going to be famous. Though they're building an asset. So you build an asset, you film, you release videos, you get YouTube to understand who you are in the background with its AI. And over time, that adds up. And in the meantime, you do have people who will see your videos. It may not be thousands, but it could be a dozen. And a dozen people on YouTube seeing your video means that they're the right people to see your video. So you just keep getting better at it. You use this time where a lot of people are not watching your video to get better at it. How about that? And I talked about the binge earlier. one of the things that happens on YouTube with my videos, and you might be someone who has experienced this with my videos, is that people might watch one video and then go away if they don't like me or if they don't like the way I talk or whatever the topic. But most people who do subscribe and who do like me will watch 3, 4, 10 videos or more. In the comments, I'm going to test two things. I'm going to test retention of this video, like how long people are watching, and I'm going to test how many. In the comments right now, tell me how many videos of mine you think you've watched in the past year, including if this is the first time you've ever heard my name. How many videos do you think of mine you have watched? Do you like look at every video I put up? Do you kind of catch up? Am I your General Hospital? I love General Hospital. It's a soap opera, and I watch it every weekday. And if I miss any days, I'll just catch up on the weekend. That's kind of, my thing there. Anyway, let me know and look at the comments to see what other people are saying. Because with the people who comment about this, it's much fewer than the people who started with me at the beginning of this video. So I want you to just take all this information for yourself, right? The people who started with me at the beginning of this video, some people got like a little bit of information the first 5 minutes. Some people are like, oh, you're talking about something you're selling, I'm out. Some people like you realize that everything I talk about is valuable and everything I say in these videos can help you make more money because I've made millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars. And I do this online and I do it in the trenches. I just got this plaque from Stan Store, $100,000 in 3 months. I just do this every day. So I know what I'm talking about. But the retention, like most people are just going to not make it to this point. But you'll see the longer you can have somebody listen to your YouTube channel, the longer you can have them for one video and the longer you can have them watching multiple videos, then YouTube will start to put them in front of you and put you in front of them over and over and over again. So, like, say somebody watches you for 6 months, they're probably going to become a customer of yours in one way or another. Let me know in the comments if that is important for you. Like, if that's a new way of seeing things. Wait, somebody's going to watch me for 6 months and then become a customer. That means I can give myself a little bit of a break and I don't have to do everything immediate, but I do need to post now so they can have the opportunity to see me week after week for 6 months. I think that's pretty awesome. So keep going with your channels. I'm seeing your channels. You all are showing me your channels all the time. You're not doing a bad job. Just look at your thumbnails and see if it's clear, easy to understand what your video is about. See if your titles are 53 characters or less. You can go to ChatGPT and just say, how long is this title? How many characters is it? See if so it doesn't like cut off. See if it's clear. See if you're using jargon and words and acronyms that people don't understand what that means. Like it's only like very specific people. Be a little bit more broad, at least when you get started, so that people can understand what they're looking at. Because they have so many options, right? So I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you inside the sprint. Look in the description below for all kinds of free stuff that'll help you along your way.